PNR Networks is a member of Patreon. Show your love for our shows by joining our ongoing fundraising campaign and get some fantastic perks in return. Check it out and become a Patreon sponsor. You can sign up at patreon.com, patreon.com/PNR Networks. And thanks for your support.
This podcast is a member of the Blueberry Network. Blueberry. No E's. That's Blueberry, BLUBRRY.com. Blueberry.com.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
It's Kim versus TC in the battle of the lists.
My list is better.
My list is better.
My list is better.
No, it's not. My list is better.
Kim or TC, who has the better list? From Subject Cinema, this is Front Row 5 and 10 with Kim Brown and TC Kirkham.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another week here on Front Row 5 and 10, brought to you by the good folks that bring you Subject Cinema. That would be me and him, the me being Kim Brown.
And the him being TC Kirkham. We know we're a couple days late again.
Yeah, sorry.
Trying to get everything balanced out here again.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an affair the last few weeks.
Yep. But we're here.
We're here.
Yes.
And got another
Raring
great
to go.
list for you. If you want to contribute a list, we'd really appreciate it. You could win a prize, get some credit, tell all your friends your name got mentioned on a podcast.
If
Write
you're
to
into
us
that sort of thing.
at frontrow@PNRNetworks.com. That's a bit detrimental to what we were trying to do.
Sorry. Sorry.
Of course they want to do these things.
Yes, well, we hope you would.
Okay, anyway.
Yes. This week it was my idea for a list to come up with, so I came up with the idea of my list and his list of the top 10 most WTF music videos we've ever seen. I think the title should be self-explanatory, but if you don't understand it, I'll elaborate. I mean videos that while you were watching them or after you were watching them, you were going, what the blank did I just watch? The video can just be weird, disturbing, goofy, have little to do with the song, have too much to do with the song, or just be a video that just like, okay, what? Ow, my head. That kind of thing. So our list of the top 10 WTF music videos.
Yeah.
And since I came up with the list, you get
We're going to have some interesting... Because I have a feeling her idea and my idea are going to be different on most of them, but we might match on one or two.
Oh, I have a feeling the first one I come up with, I'm going to risk getting something chucked at my head, so that should be fun.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Something I like, apparently?
Oh, yeah. But you start first.
Okay.
You start first. I just need to go get a helmet. I'll be right back.
I have 3 runners-up that I like them as far as WTF videos, but they didn't quite go. Well,
okay.
No, 2 of them I like, and 1 of them I absolutely despise. But the video is out there. My runners-up are Jamiroquai's breakthrough hit, Virtual Insanity, which, all that moving furniture and stuff. That was an interesting little video. Then there's Uberlin by REM, which features Aaron Johnson, then still Aaron Johnson, not Aaron Taylor Johnson, going around dancing. Or his version of dancing.
Or
which
an
I thought
unreasonable facsimile.
That was right after Kick-Ass came out, and people really didn't know who he was yet, but it was a fun video. And the other one for a song I absolutely despise, but is actually truly a WTF video, Groove is in the Heart by Delight.
Yeah.
So, my top 10 WTF music videos kicks off with the one at number 10. Kim is always bringing this video up. I have a feeling this one might be on her list somewhere too, because the song is good, but the video is kind of weird because you're looking at it and you're listening to it and you're realizing, hey, wait a minute, these are all the same guy, and why are those guys dressed as jockeys? Oh my God! Number 10, Hey Ya by Outkast. This video is out there.
Very much.
Andre 5000 is the star of the entire video. He's playing like 8 people here.
In a band.
And it's like, oh my God, the jockeys were shocking.
Yeah. The three backup singers, all played by Andre, are all dressed as
lawn jockeys.
As lawn jockeys. And I was just like... It literally took my breath away the first time I saw that, but I can understand why that's on your list. Whoa.
That was a little bit crazy. It's a great song, though.
It is.
And it's a fun song, and it was a big popular video, and deserved to be, but it's just out there. Number 10, Hey Ya by Outkast.
Yeah, I'm not saying the songs aren't great, and I'm not saying some of these videos aren't inventive or anything, but they just made you go, huh?
And the songs are great, and sometimes the videos are great. They're just weird.
Well, my number 10 is a great song by a great artist.
I'll get my bottle ready.
And, yeah, I'm about to really piss him off because he really thinks this person is great. But the video, I'm like, what in the hell does this have to do with the song? My number 10 is Love Like Whoa by the Ready Set.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. The song's great.
I think the Ready Set are great. I really do. But this song, which is... about, the whole idea of love being something
I didn't even think of that one.
Something that can drive you crazy, is set inside a cabin where you have a bunch of people dancing and there's a bunch of teenagers having a party and there's a bunch of glowing-eyed zombies outside.
Hey, it gave him his only top 40 hit.
Yeah, because I know when I think of dance songs, I automatically think of glowing-eyed zombies. Oh, no, wait, I don't. This is just such a
it is pretty
weird video. I mean, really strange.
I think Disappearing Act is weirder.
So my number 10, Love Like Whoa.
I didn't think of Jordan
I really
at
thought
all.
I would get a
I love the song.
That,
you admit the video is good. It's just weird.
It's just really strange.
Because it's a bunch of teenagers dressed in T-shirts and shorts, male and female, dancing around as Jordan pretends to be singing with his pretend microphone and pretend keyboard, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
and it's a great video.
And nobody seems to care about the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, they do. That's all part. And it's actually the first part of a 2-part video. The second part being made up of the second single, More Than Alive. I always forget the name of the song. I think that more recently, Disappearing Act was a really bizarre video too. Jordan's an expert at bizarre videos. My number 9 is one of those classics. It's like the song is great. The song was a number 1 smash around the world. But the video makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. We've mentioned this video a number of times. You put it on one of your recent lists. And I don't get the symbology between a boys' school, zombies, or whatever they're supposed to be, and Bonnie Tyler. It doesn't work. The video is Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, number 9. The song is great. The video is great. I mean, it was one of MTV's biggest hits of all time. It helped her come back to the chart after a 4-year absence, after It's a Heartache, and it was a big hit. But, my God, what were they trying to think of when they were doing this video?
I don't know.
I mean, there are weird videos and there are weird videos, but this one, as pointed out by, was it Watch Mojo we watched recently?
Yeah.
They did a top 10 weird video countdown, which is probably what spawned this idea.
Actually, I came up with this idea I wrote down a whole bunch of ideas for lists.
Yeah, before they did
ago,
it, but yeah, but it's like, the glowing eyes of the boys, and then there's flying something, and it's a messed up video. The song is great, and the video is luscious and well filmed. Cinematography is beautiful, but it makes no sense. Not one lick of sense. Number 9, Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler.
Okay. My number 9 is from the Backstreet Boys. It's the video for the song Everybody Backstreet's Back. Because when you think of the Backstreet Boys...
You're just determined to piss me off, aren't you?
No, that's a bonus on this one. When you think of the Backstreet Boys, you automatically think of classic horror movie figures. What? So we have the guys in the Backstreet Boys, the band. They're different horror icons.
They're not a band. They don't play instruments. They're a group.
They're a boy band.
They're a group.
A bunch of male singers. Can we agree on that?
A vocal group.
Fine. But you've got, one guy's dressed up as a mummy. You got another guy that's like half human, half lizard.
That's where they went.
What?
They must be the reincarnation of the Crypt Kicker 5. And don't you know, it's now the MASH.
It's a real pity you can't actually hear a facepalm.
Sure you can. You just have to smack it hard enough. Anyway.
You just want me to smack myself so you can laugh at me. No, I'm on to your games. There's just something about this video. I was like, I'm sorry. When I think of classic horror icons, the Backstreet Boys are the very last thing on my mind. It's just
Could you not scream, please?
It's very weird. I just remember watching this video and I'm going, as a horror fan, I should feel deeply insulted, but damn, that makeup's good. I just remember thinking that was really good makeup, but it's definitely one of those videos I was like, I don't get it. I don't get what this has to do with the song. And they're dancing, and it's just, I don't get it. My number 9, everybody, Backstreet's Back from the Backstreet Boys.
See, I think Larger Than Life is a weirder video. All the astronaut stuff.
Well,
but I don't know. My number 8, again, this harkens back to the 1980s, and my memories of watching MTV with my late mother. My mother would sit there and watch MTV with me because let's face it, she basically didn't have any choice because it was on MTV a lot, and I had to control the remote. What little remote we had. It was a cable box at the time. It strung all the way over with little push buttons. But I had it on MTV all the time, and she worked all the time, so she would watch it with me when she was home. And there were a lot of strange videos back in that early day. And one of them was this one, and I've got to be totally honest. I've never been a huge fan of this band. They've had a couple of big hits, and they have a huge following. And they're creative, and the leader is a great songwriter. But this video, David Byrne is a very weird person. And I'm like, he's been the leader of the Talking Heads since they first debuted. But I've never figured out where they came up with the idea for Once in a Lifetime. Mm-hmm. It's basically David Byrne standing there and going, puffing his cheeks in an exaggerated form and then bending over like he's diving into the water, and he keeps coming back up for more air. Mm-hmm. This goes on throughout the entire video.
With this blue wavy background in the background.
And my mother is sitting there watching this, and she's like, what is he doing? Oh my God, that is so stupid. It doesn't even look real. Yeah, you're right. The song sucks. Never a big fan of the song. Never a big fan of the band. I love their cover of Take Me to the River. I've always loved that. But this video, it was just out there with the wavy background and oddball. David Byrne is just oddball anyway, and he really showed it off big in the video for Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads. My number 8.
Sidetrack parental story of my own. My dad would walk in watching me watch MTV. Are those guys or girls? They're guys, Dad. And me thinking to myself, and I want to nail all of them.
Why, my late cousin Debbie was shocked to find out, boy, George was really a boy.
I'm assuming my dad was being facetious since nobody could confuse the guys in Poison for women, but it was just the whole makeup thing that went against his sensibilities and stuff.
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Yeah. Number 8 on my list is a guy that I love this song. I really love this song. I love the acoustic version that came out, much later. But the video, I remember thinking, I don't know what we're going for here. I don't get it. Other than the fact that at the time there was a show on that I was like, are they trying to imitate this show? I don't know. My number 8 is Wouldn't It Be Good by Nick Kershaw.
Yeah, that's a very strange video.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it, but yeah, that's true.
The video came out.
The song is awesome.
It's a great song. I love the acoustic version.
I love
you
Nick
found
Kershaw.
and
He's
played it for me. It was
tremendously
amazing.
talented and underrated.
The video came out around the same time this show that was on that was on ABC for about 6 months. A show called Automan And the main character...
Now available from Shout Factory on DVD. Isn't that scary?
The main character was a computer program, and his head looked like a regular human head, but the rest of him was all sparkly, and not like Twilight sparkly, but like actually computer sparkly. You have to see it to understand. The video for Wouldn't It Be Good, Nick Kershaw is walking around this town wearing this outfit that seems to be like a reflective kind of movie screen.
It's white, and a lot of things are being reflected on it.
Yeah. And it always reminded me of Automan until you get to the end of the video where there's this satellite shooting up beams into the sky, and then all of a sudden he disappears. And I'm like, is he an alien? Are we supposed to get that out of this? I don't know. My head hurts. My number 8, Wouldn't It Be Good, from Nick Kershaw.
You ever find Nick Kershaw stuff? A lot of it's available on emusic.com, and his acoustic version of Wouldn't It Be Good from 1999 or 2000 is stupendously
really
good.
Great.
I love that song anyway. My number 7, you're going to think is really weird that these guys are on here because, well, you know, they're one of my favorite acts of all time. But and I've had the distinct fortune of seeing them in concert twice, and I've enjoyed being at their shows, even when trees stand in the front row. But it's like I have a thing. I admit I have a thing musically for the Brothers Hanson from Tulsa. They are terrific. Everything they do is great. But last year,
I like them too. I almost got in a fist fight over them at one of those shows.
Last year they released their greatest hits album, and they had one new song on it. And then the video for the new song is really disconcerting because the song is "I Was Born." You can go over and see the video on YouTube, and if you're a Hanson member, it's on Hanson.net, and everywhere else like me. And the video is. You get a little bit of Taylor, and you get a little bit of Ike, you get a little bit of Zach, but it's mostly their kids lip-syncing to this song. Mm-hmm. And I'm like...
So it's like George Michael's Faith? No, not Faith. Whichever video he did where he had all the models' lips. Freedom.
I don't remember. I'm not sure. It's their kids, mostly Taylor's kids, because let's face it, Taylor's been prolific. He's got 6 kids.
Taylor's trying to start either a baseball team or his own country. We haven't decided
you got to remember, Taylor, Ike, and Zach are the 3 youngest of 9 kids. Yeah. So it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, so their family's Catholic, so that's nice.
No, they're not, actually.
Oh, really?
The video is Taylor's little daughter and his little son, and I think Ike and Zach's kids are in it too. And it's a little weird to hear Taylor's great, that booming, wonderful voice that Taylor has coming out of this little, 7-year-old girl. I'm like, oh my Lord, this is weird. Right. The song is great. And I was having a hard time because I was also looking for the video that Weird Al directed for them, and I can't remember which song it was.
I think it was Weird.
I checked Weird, and it wasn't not the one I saw, so it might have been one later, but this one just, it really blows my mind.
The one where they're swimming through the train.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is that later on. Yeah, and then Weird Al does the whole Titanic thing at the end.
Yeah.
But this one is just out there, and the song is great. The boys are great. I love them. I have their brand new members CD that came for me last week, which I get every year for being a member. Nobody else gets it. and what? I didn't do
that. Did not deserve a
that
moo-ha-ha.
Was not a moo-ha-ha.
All right.
That was a na-na-na-na.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yes, we do have our own language.
Number 4. Number 7 on my list, Hanson, I Was Born.
Okay.
Because it's just out there. I love the song, but it's out there.
Number 7 for me is actually a video that I know there are at least 2 versions of this video. Because from what I heard, there was a lot of controversy over the first version. And I'm like, no. Really? I can't think why. My number 7 is from the band Yes. The video is for the song Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Are there 2 versions of that?
Yes, there are 2 versions.
I don't even remember that video. And I remember being on all the time. But
there's one version where they're just straight playing instruments and stuff. There's another version where we're watching some guy, just some everyman kind of a guy, and he lives in some kind of, totalitarian Big Brother is watching you dystopia, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And excuse me, he keeps having these, I don't know what you'd call them. He's just going through his day and just herp-derping along down the street, and he keeps having these images in his head of, lying in bed and there's worms over his eyes and snakes.
Oh, I do remember that, yeah.
He goes into these seizures, and I'm like, what in the F is going on with this video? And that snake better not really be being hurt, and stuff like that. I mean, the whole scene with the guy's in bed and he's literally got dirt and worms on his face.
I do remember seeing that once or twice.
Yeah, I'm like, that's it. I quit. Goodbye. I can't deal with this. This is disgusting, and I'm not having any of it. My number 7, Owner of a Lonely Heart from Yes.
I'm sitting here thinking of other videos now that I would have put on my list, but I couldn't. It's already made, so. But I'm just like, oh yeah, and there's that one and that one. My number 6 is one of the two that are most recent on this list, and it's because, I have to say, I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs to come out this year, and I'm like, it's really a shame because the song had such potential at this year's Eurovision contest. And then they released the video.
Oh, I know what this is.
The video, poor Alex Eve got completely screwed with this. He didn't even make the finals, probably because the video was so out there and the live performance was kind of lackluster. But
Alex Eve's video, it's creepy as hell.
Alex Eve's Forever is my number 6. The video for Forever, it's this beautiful, devoted, obsessive love song. And the video makes him seem like a serial killer. I'm like, I brought this up in my write-up. You can go over to eCinemaOne, eCinemaOne, The Kirkham Report, or Planet BiblioMusica and check out my write-up for this song from April or May.
This video would be what would happen if Stacy directed a music video. Hi, Stacy.
The first thing we hear this beautiful tinkly piano, and Alexei, who is this beautiful, good-looking blonde.
Very handsome.
Blonde then. He had gone back to his natural dark color by Eurovision. Walks out. He was the Belarus representative this year. Walks out, picks up a fountain pen, and stabs himself in the hand with it. And we see blood drip on the table in front of him.
Whichever.
Well, no, it's supposed to be blood, and because stabbing your hand would indicate blood. And then you have the lyrics appearing on the screen, and sooner or later he's doing all this other weird stuff like kicking a soccer ball around and flicking his bick like 8,000 times with this really creepy look on his face.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this song has such potential. If you ruin it with this video, I'm going to hurt you. No, he ruined it with the live performance, so it's like not really, he didn't make the finals and he should have. He was a really good song, but that video is creepy. You can watch it on YouTube. Just go Alex Eve Forever and take a look at it. It will blow your mind. You can also get to it from the link to the stuff that I wrote on about.
Experiment. He played the song for me and was like, "Oh, do you like that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's nice, it's pretty," and and stuff like that. Then he showed me the video, and I'm like, I don't ever want to hear that song again, ever. Because the video scared the living piss out of me.
Number 6, Alex Eve and Forever from this year's Eurovision contest.
My number 6 is one of those songs that you can tell when a song... It's really interesting. You can tell when a video came out. You can tell what the technological advances were around the time the video came out. And somebody obviously got a video toaster when the Cars You Might Think came out. Because...
Yeah, Video Toaster was still new at that time. It was right around the time it came out, yeah.
What? This video just makes no damn sense at all.
Well, neither does the video for Money for Nothing.
Well, no, the video for Money for Nothing does make sense because it's being sung from the point of view of one of the movers in the video.
Right, okay, fair enough,
They're talking about MTV and stuff, but the video for You Might Think, I'm sorry, you are in deep, deep trouble when during the video we see somebody watching a TV and they're watching a movie on their TV and the movie that they're watching is Robot Monster. You have a big-ass problem with your music video. And when you end your music video with Rick Ocasek's head on a fly, like some horrible experiment gone wrong, I'm sorry, no. Just no. Back away slowly. My number 6, You Might Think from the Cars. Yike!
I love the song. The video is creative as hell. I mean, it really is. It is out there, though.
I'm sorry, but this Robot Monster full-on body cringe can't watch anymore. Oh.
My number 5 is one of those videos that you have to look at twice. You're sitting there and you hear the song in the background and you're looking around and you're thinking like, you look up and you hear the song and then you look back down at what you're doing and then your head snaps back up again and looks at the screen. And you say to yourself, is that Christopher Walken? He's dancing, for God's sake.
Yep.
Number 5, Weapon of Choice from Fatboy Slim, featuring the dancing Christopher Walken.
Oh, that's the name of that song.
Yeah.
I've never heard the name of that song.
This is a great video, and it gives Walken entirely a new audience before Hairspray came along.
He's a fantastic dancer.
And he is a fantastic dancer, and that video is a riot. The song isn't that good. I'm not a big Fatboy Slim fan. I know they have some songs out there that are fairly good, and this is actually one of their better songs. Praise You I Can't Stand, which was their biggest hit. But this video is creative. It's, Walken walking through a hotel or a mall or something.
I think it's a hotel.
Making, doing the Ministry of Silly Walks in a few places. And it's a really great video, but everybody was like, oh my God, how did they get Mr. Super Serious Christopher Walken to do this fun, innovative, really bizarre video? And, it's a classic. It was up for a number of MTV Video Music Awards, and deservedly so. And it's terrific. But it's just damn strange to see Christopher Walken, who's made his career out of playing crazy people, for the most part.
Or just very serious roles.
Or very serious roles, but mostly crazy people. Really just letting his dance out. Getting his dance on.
Yeah.
Number 5, Weapon of Choice from Fatboy Slim.
Okay, my number 5 is the only... If you showed me if my list of videos, if you said, hey, let's watch all these videos and see how crazy they are and all this stuff like that, this would be the one video I would be like, no, I don't want to watch this again. I really don't, because it made me uncomfortable at the time, and I didn't know what the song was about. Now I do, and I'm like, I don't want to see this video ever again. My number 7 is from the industrial music band Tool.
I hope you mean number 6 or number 5.
Oh, what did I say? Number 5. I'm sorry. My number 5 is from Tool, who mostly does industrial music and all that kind of stuff. It's a song called Prison Sex. And it's a song about this. It's a very serious subject matter. It's a song about sexual abuse, child abuse, and the idea that eventually the abused will become the abuser, and the cycle of abuse continuing and stuff like that. The video is extremely disturbing, and it's all done in a stop motion style with these little figures. And one of the figures is this little, it's a very small figure. It doesn't have any facial features or anything like that. It's this little white porcelain kind of looking figure, and you get the feeling from the video that it's supposed to represent, someone innocent, like a child or something like that. And the video is just incredibly disturbing. I remember watching the video for the first time, and I actually remember feeling like, I don't know what I just watched, but I feel slightly sick. I felt physically nauseous from this video. Right. My number 5, Prison Sex from Tool.
Oh, wow. Okay, going from that to something happy and fun.
Yeah, well, I'm going to something more crazy in the next one. So
my number 4 is the one song on this list where, unless you are a fan, you haven't seen it yet, but it should make it. This is the song that I'm predicting is still going to be a big hit here in the States eventually. It's going to take a while. But the first time I played the video, when I was writing up my stuff for Eurovision, I'm like, sitting there, Kim and I were watching it together. I had heard the song, but I hadn't played the video. And I'm like, I'm laughing. And I'm like, what the hell is this? You have this beautiful plus-size chick there in this
red
outfit
at
of
the beginning.
some sorts, and she's clucking like a chicken. Now, this is Netta's thing, And it won her Eurovision 2018. She is the winner of this. The video is Toy. It is by Netta. It is one of the most viewed videos of the year so far on YouTube.
Deservedly so.
And I don't understand why one of the American labels has not yet stepped up and grabbed this thing, because it has monster hit written all over it around the world. I still think it will. I still think we'll be hearing it, and I think we're going to be seeing kids going around flapping their arms. She's doing the chicken dance in this video, and it's hilariously funny, and the video is great. The video is great. The song is great. Very girl power empowerment.
The message behind the song is awesome.
Which basically like is your boyfriend. She's telling her boyfriend, I'm not your toy.
Yeah.
It's a great song. The video is hilariously funny, and it has some of the most outrageously exaggerated dancing from some of the other dancers, too. But Netta just is a treasure that needs to be exposed worldwide. She's just amazing, and I really want her to have a big hit here with this.
Yep.
Because if she doesn't do it, somebody is going to grab it and cover it, and she's not going to make it here.
No.
And I think that stinks.
That would be bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, the song would still get out there, but
it needs to
it
get
wouldn't
out
be
there
the same
by her.
as if it were by Madonna.
Yeah.
Or Britney.
Yeah.
God forbid.
No.
Netta.
It has to be from Netta, because Netta
Toy,
is awesome
number
and
4
amazing.
on my list.
Okay, my number 4, now we're getting back into, like, me being sarcastic and funny and stuff, or at least I hope I'm being funny. My number 4, I've been trying to think of the way to describe the video at number 4, and I came up with what I think is the perfect way. Number 4 looks like what a D&D campaign would look like if it was filmed and directed by somebody who had never played D&D in their lives. My number 4 is Torture from the Jacksons.
And it is.
And you are not whistling. You
Oh.
are
I'm
not kidding
a fan
there,
of that
buddy.
song or the video.
The video for Torture, is like I said, it's like a D&D campaign done by someone who'd never played D&D before. Just, traps and monsters, but they're all complete shite. It's terrible. It's one of the most overly produced and badly acted, terrible videos I've ever seen. Acted, Dr. Evil quotes. It is just awful. It is real. The whole spider web thing, I'm not even going to talk about. I'm just like, this is... And you're in deep trouble. I mean, Michael's not even in the video. I think they used a wax figure of Michael
I think you're right. I don't remember him being in that. Yeah.
When you see all of them
Jermaine,
standing
I think, does
there.
the leads. Jermaine and Jackie, I think, do the leads on that song.
It's a scary video, and I don't mean scary in a good way. I mean scary in a what the hell were you people thinking way. My number 4, Torture from the Jacksons.
It's Torture!
Torture! You're not kidding.
My number 3 is going to be a really weird pick. I don't think everybody knows it, and it's been a big hit online, but it was not a big radio hit. And I first heard the song when it was used by a young dancer on America's Got Talent last year named Merrick Hanna, and I fell in love with the song, and I went and looked it up on his website on YouTube. The song will make you bawl when you listen to it. It's such a beautiful little song. But the video is really bizarre. My number 3 is I Built a Friend by Alec Benjamin. This song is about a little boy who builds a little robot friend with like 2 paper clips and a pen, and the lyrics say something like that. And it tells about how eventually he grew out of the friend, and the friend, you see this poor guy with a box on his head that looks like a robot head, walking around town drinking booze out of a paper bag, and obviously depressed, and then he commits suicide by pouring a glass of water over his head. I'm like, oh my god! If you fell in love with the song watching Merrick's robot dance on America's Got Talent, this is like, oh my lord, this video is depressing. And the sad thing is, most of Alec's videos are like that. I mean, I've become a huge fan. He's got a beautiful voice. You'd never know that this 26-year-old guy is 26. He sounds like he's about 15. And he's really got a beautiful voice and writes beautiful songs. But the videos he makes for his videos are music videos he makes for his songs are out there, and that one is right up near the top. It's very strange, and it's hard to, it makes it even more difficult to listen to the song while you're watching the video. Mm-hmm. It makes it even more painful because the song will rip your shreds. Anyway, just listen to the song.
Yeah.
My number 3, Alec Benjamin and I Built a Friend.
Okay. My number 3 has been on your list already.
We actually have something together.
My number 3 is Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, just number 3. I almost thought that would be number 1.
Beautiful song. I love her voice, but what the hell is up with that video? I'm sorry. What the actual hell? You've got choir boys with glowing eyes. You've got ninjas. You've got one...
Oh, I forgot about the ninjas. Yeah,
you've got ninjas at a boarding school. Okay. You've got this one scene where she's being embraced by this very young man.
Hey, that's a great name that's a great idea for an action movie. Ninja School.
I am disavowing anything of that. But seriously, you've got one scene where she's being embraced by this rather young-looking man.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got sort of this angel outfit on. If angels were half naked,
he looks like he's about 14.
I'd say 16.
Okay, 16 maybe.
Let's try and keep this a shade closer to legal. And he's,
In any case, jailbait.
And he's like, I think he's supposed to be an angel if angels were shirtless and wore like a little toga thing and had their wings on their arms. Maybe he's supposed to be Icarus. I don't know. But the video, I'm sorry. I'm like, what in the hell has this video got to do with this song?
Not a lot.
And why are there ninjas? I keep coming back to the ninjas. I know. I'm sorry. It's just, oh! My number 3, Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. What the hell?
No, what the hell is my number 2?
Okay.
I'm trying to think how to describe this because it wasn't a big hit, and not here in America. I don't know if it was a hit in Europe or not, but it wasn't a big hit. But she has a following in this country. I mean, a rabid following. I have a friend. I not really a friend, an acquaintance I used to work with who just loved everything she did, and I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. She's not quite my taste. But there is something about this video that I've always enjoyed, mainly because it's so damn surreal that you can't get past it. And it's just this kind of song where she's kind of dancing around, like her bedroom, and she's singing the lyrics. It's oh so quiet. Shh, shh, shh. And then suddenly she goes through this, and then at the end of it, you get this loud horn. Da, 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 you fall in love. And you get this big, loud, rousing thing. The song is It's Oh So Quiet. It's by Bjork. Mm-hmm. It's from 1996. The first time I saw this, it was on our video reel at work when I worked for the Transworld chain for a few years. And I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, Now, granted, it is one of the few songs that Bjork does that I actually like. I like the song. The video is fun to watch once you have stopped being shocked by it.
Yeah.
But it goes back and forth between these really, really super quiet sounds and then this bombastic, big band-led chorus. And then it goes back down. And then bombastic again. I'm like, oh my God, you're giving your audience whiplash. Will you make up your mind? She's just unique in her own way anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah. And she's great at it. She is.
She's made a whole career of it, and she really is a decent singer, but I'm not really that fond of the way she does things. But that song I do like, and the video is quite fun.
She's not mine either for the most part, but that is a good song.
Yeah.
But the first time you see the video and it's all like, really quiet, a big song and dance number, It's like, what? Did I just see that?
My number 2 is It's Oh So Quiet by Bjork.
Number 2 on my list of WTF videos is a video that I just remember watching and being like, the person who made this video, they should probably get some help, because if this is what goes on in their head, they're disturbed. My number 2 is Go Insane from Lindsey Buckingham. It's a great video.
I love that video. Yeah, I love that video.
It's a great video, and it's a great song, but definitely the video is just like, you ever
it's a bit touched in the head.
If you ever want to see what goes on inside the head of a crazy person, boop, You know, it's the whole thing where you have...
So I can watch that and know exactly what you're thinking?
Oh, you don't want to go in my head.
Okay, just checking.
No, it's dark. It's dark and scary in there, and there's cobwebs and mice. It's just there's this whole part of the video where he's like being looked at by this larger version of himself, who's looking at a smaller version of himself, who's looking at I'm like,
it's
ow.
never-ending story territory.
I'm like, this is like a freaking Mobius strip in the middle of a music video. What the hell? It's just this really strange video that has this kind of weird undercurrent of, I don't want to use the word menace because I don't really think that's what they were going for. But there is something vaguely disturbing about it. It's just got this, I mean, the song is called Go Insane. You can tell it's not going to be, know, let's end this all in a hug. But it's just, there's something about that video, man. It just weirds me out. My number 2, Go Insane from Lindsey Buckingham.
Okay. I'm going to admit I have a cheater at number 1.
Okay.
Because there was no other way to do it. I am such a huge fan of this gentleman, and I have never known him not to do strange music videos. Because, number 1, he has been for the past 5 or 6 years, 7 years, he's been on the music scene, but he's also an actor, an artist, a performance artist. He writes his own music. He tours with this bizarre stage show when he does his music. That has gotten raves from people who have seen him. But it doesn't matter which song you're listening to, there is something seriously touched about every video. And he does a video for every song on his albums. He's had 2 so far. Third one is due out next year. I can't wait to see it because I love the first 2. Because he is so avant-garde, so different. And he has this wonderful voice. But you cannot make heads or tails sometimes of the videos from the man who's known as Gautier. Best known for Somebody That I Used to Know, which is the most widely seen video.
The musical equivalent of The Loneliest Planet.
Yeah, but the video is out there.
Oh, yeah.
Body painting and all this weird stuff. The video for Eyes Wide Open, which was the other single from the second album.
Yeah. That video is creepy.
Is creepy as hell. If you've ever seen the animated film 9, it's like that, ramped up to 20. It's a global warming song, and it's terrifying. The video for State of the Art, which is my favorite song off of the second album, is this exaggerated animated cartoon. The storyline of the song is that the family has bought this new entertainment contraption for their living room. It's called the cotillion. It's a keyboard, and they're so obsessed with playing with the cotillion they forget about life outside. And the video is messed up. I mean, truly messed up. The songs are great. And I went back and looked at some of the older ones from the first album, and even stuff like Heart's a Mess and the early stuff have got some really bizarre stuff. And he does all of his own stuff. So, I mean, he makes them, he directs them, he produces them, he does them, everything himself.
Of the world, you win.
From his little studio on his parents' farm in Australia. And I'm like, oh my Lord, this guy truly is a musical genius and a visual genius, but they're so out there.
Total wingnut.
They really are. I love the guy's music and I love the videos, but man, they are, especially Eyes Wide Open. If you've never seen it, go look at it. It is really unsettling. My number 1 cheater, the videos of Gautier.
Okay, that's cool. My number 1, could there be any other video, if you're talking about what the beep videos, could there be any other video that is at the top of a list but this one?
Obviously.
2 words. Peter Gabriel. My number 1 WTF video, Sledgehammer.
There's nothing wrong with Sledgehammer. It's normal. It's just Peter laying there in stop motion with all these like weird things happening around him. What's wrong with that?
Well, first of all, you start the video off with sperm. That's
true.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's going to go over well in Nebraska. No offense to Nebraska, but I'm like, oh, Middle America's going to love this. And from there we get Peter with snails crawling on him and lying there.
Train tracks.
Lying there with chickens next to him, plucked chickens. And, just all these claymation versions of himself.
Just keep in mind. Just keep in mind, while you're calling this the WTF video of all time, it won 7 Video Music Awards the year it was out.
It's innovative. It's really innovative.
I considered it for my list, but there was just other stuff I wanted to bring attention to.
No,
so.
it's very innovative and quite stunning. And the end of the video where he's completely covered in stars and like kind of walking in this slow motion out of a room of stars and all that. It's really amazing. But seriously, by the end of the video, you're going, what? It's just one of these videos where you're just like, what did I just watch?
Yep.
And please tell me. It's one of those videos that you definitely feel like, please tell me, like if you're watching it with somebody else in the room, you want to look at them and go, please tell me you saw the same stuff I did. Because if not, the meds are really kicking in. My number 1 WTF video, Sledgehammer from Peter Gabriel.
I think Shock the Monkey is worse.
It's actually got monkeys in it.
Yeah, but that one's a weird video.
It is weird. It is weird.
Okay, my top 10 WTF music videos of all time. Number 10, Hey Ya by Outkast. Number 9, Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. Number 8, Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. Number 7, I Was Born by Hanson. Number 6, Forever by Alex Eve. Number 5, Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim. Go, Christopher Walken. Number 4, Toy by Netta. Number 3, I Built a Friend, Alec Benjamin. Number 2, It's Oh So Quiet by Bjork. And number 1, all of the videos from Gautier.
Okay. And my list going from 10 to 1. Number 10, Love Like Whoa from the Ready Set. Number 9, Everybody Backstreet's Back from the Backstreet Boys. Number 8, Wouldn't It Be Good from Nick Kershaw. Number 7, Owner of a Lonely Heart from Yes. Number 6, You Might Think from the Cars. Number 5, Prison Sex from Tool. Number 4, Torture from the Jacksons. Number 3, Total Eclipse of the Heart from Bonnie Tyler. Number 2, Go Insane from Lindsey Buckingham. And my number 1 WTF music video, Sledgehammer from Peter Gabriel.
You notice how many of your videos actually come from the era of MTV?
Yeah, I know.
When they were still playing music videos?
Right.
Okay.
And every video wasn't a concert video? Yeah, I noticed that too.
Back when they were fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a really fun... Well, I think it's fun because I already did my list. A fun choice of list for next week. Now, we'd like to hear from you guys and your list ideas. Don't forget, if you submit a list and we use it, you get credit on the website, credit on the show, and a prize of some sort. And you can submit it to us at frontrow@PNRNetworks.com, and if we use it, we'll be in touch.
Yep.
But next week, I want you and I, although I'm done, to come up with your favorite live show non-finalist America's Got Talent performers.
Okay.
We've been watching the show off and on we watched it steadily for 4 years. We watched it off and on before that. In order to qualify for the list, they have to have made the live shows, but did not make it into the finals.
Just the finals. They can have made it to the semifinals.
Yeah, the semifinals they had to make the quarterfinals or the semifinals or the 1 year, the round of 12. But they could not have made it into the grand final.
Okay.
And they had to make it at least into the live shows.
Okay.
So like I said, I have my whole list done. So it was really easy to do for me because I've got certain acts that I just think are awesome that didn't all the way through.
Special little ball of happiness.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for asking. I love you too, smartass. Don't forget, we have a lot of other stuff out there. We have a great group of websites, collectively known as PNRNetworks. That's eCinemaOne, eCinemaBoston, Platinum Rose's Garden, Cavebabble. We have Planet BiblioMusica, the Kirkham Report, and a number of other things out there. You can find them all by going to any of our websites and clicking on the PNR Networks banners at the top or the side or the bottom and getting to all the websites. And we also produce a number of other podcasts, including the granddaddy of all, the longest-running Roots podcast about films on the internet.
Yes.
Subject Cinema, which tomorrow will kick off its 13th year.
Wow.
And we are going to have a lot of fun with that.
Yes.
You can catch it every Sunday through the summer, and we'll go back to Saturdays this fall. But it was going to be a lot of fun to talk about that this week. And they've got other things going on with this week's show. Plus, we have great movie reviews. We have great discussions. We hope you'll come and join us every Sunday at Subject Cinema on PNRNetworks.com. And Subject Cinema's other two spinoffs, which happen on Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday, Digidex, covering the new releases on home video and streaming, and 3 Minute Weekend, covering the new theatrical releases in the U.S., both big blockbusters and tiny little indies you might want to look out for. Those all happen as part of eCinemaOne.
Okay. I have a couple of solo shows that I'd like to tell you about. If you'd like to go check them out, I'd be really thrilled. I have Platinum Rose's Garden, which is my supernatural podcast. It is done for the season, but if you are so inclined, you can go back and listen to my reflections on season 13 of Supernatural.
All the way back to season 9, actually, right?
Actually, well, no, I started doing this in season 4.
Season 4? Okay.
Season 4, yeah. That's when I started watching.
That's when you started watching, but I don't think you started the podcast till like season 7, something like that. I don't know, though.
Well, anyway. But you can go back and look at my reflections on season 13, my opinions on the episodes, and there's all kinds of other cool things in there, including fanfic recommendations, if you're so inclined to read other people's works.
If you go way back, you can hear stuff from CSI and Books of the Week and all kinds of stuff, too, on the classic episodes.
And I also have Ring Around the Rosie, which is my wrestling podcast. I have been a wrestling fan for 30-plus years. And the last 2 weeks I've been talking about moments in wrestling that crossed the line, wherever the line actually is. But this week I was talking about a moment that definitely everybody who is a wrestling fan will probably remember hearing about. But I was actually there when it happened. This week on Ring Around the Rosie, I am looking at the infamous mass transit incident. So hopefully you'll check that out over at ringaroundtherosie.net, and you can listen to Platinum Rose's Garden at platinumrosesgarden.com.
Also, check our website for the new address for Aunt B's Nerd Grotto. Anthony's new video show. He's doing updates on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Telling me Comic Grotto might be retiring in favor of the new video because he hasn't got time to do both of them, so we'll see. But check him out. And also, Cavebabble with Eric and Valerie Lyon over at cavebabble.com. Movies, games, books, the odd things to eat, and a lot more, all from their uniquely Missouri perspective.
That's true.
You can also check out the Kirkham Report at thekirkhamreport.com. I will be doing, eventually, a series of weekly music-oriented podcasts on YouTube, exclusively to YouTube, and I hope that you'll watch them. Of course, I did not get my Eurovision thing up because, unlike everybody else on YouTube who got theirs up, I was hit by copyright stuff. I still haven't figured out what happened, but it pisses me off. Anyway, I will have one up sooner or later. And don't forget that I do have another show. It's currently on hiatus, but we'll be back in July, and that's Catastrophe Vortex, all about your favorite disaster movies. And that's at catastrophevortex.com.
And if you are so inclined to listen to some drama, we all
Don't we provide enough drama right here for this?
Well, yeah, but this is actually written drama.
Oh, that kind of drama.
This is actually drama that wasn't planned.
It's melodrama.
Yeah. There is Manhattan Hammerdown As It Happened, which was a dramatic piece that everybody in our little podcast family was involved with. TC wrote the script. It is looking at what else happened in New York City the night that Clover came into the city and wreaked all sorts of havoc. It was done in conjunction with the 10-year anniversary of J.J. Abrams' hit Cloverfield.
Actually, I think that should have been Conjunction.
Conjunction, whichever. I'm sorry, what did I say?
Conjunction.
Sorry, I'm trying not to choke.
I know.
Swallowed wrong, sorry. And if nothing else, it's probably better than the last Cloverfield movie that came out on Netflix.
And it's longer than the original movie.
Yes.
We put a labor of love into this. It took us 6 months to write, produce, and get everything done. And it was released on Cloverfield's 10th anniversary in January.
Yeah.
And, I haven't heard a single word about it. So I wish you guys would let us know what you think of it and check it out at manhattanhammerdown.com. We have another list next week to do, and it'll be fun.
That's going to be fun, yeah. And just real quick, we should also say, as TC mentioned, it is Father's Day tomorrow, as we're recording
this. For those of you listening day and date.
Yes, so happy Father's Day to everybody who is a dad, an adopted dad, a foster dad, a mom who acts as mom and dad, and anybody else out there who owns the title of dad. Happy Father's Day. And
but not baby daddy, apparently, according to
somebody who complained about a card, so whatever.
Wow.
So this is Kim Brown.
I'm T.C. Kirkham.
And we hope we can count on you to come back next week and count up our newest list here on Front Row 5 and 10.
Count on it.
You've been listening to Front Row 5 and 10 with Kim Brown and T.C. Kirkham.
Podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.